The AM show.
Okay, they have had a rough, tough ride and the journey is now over. What is next for American Magic? The team American Magic. Joining us now is American Magic skipper Terry Hutchinson. Terry, g'day, good morning. How reservations?
Yes, thank you.
It's a tough 24 hours.
Yeah, it has been a tough 24 hours. Actually, it's been a tough 2.5 weeks. The picture you have up there in the background, kind of tells the story of what we've been dealing with and what we've been going through. And so
that was been the hole. That was when you put the big hole in the boat.
Yeah, it was it was something I've never experienced, and thankfully everybody was safe, and we were able to salvage the boat and get her back into the competition.
Looking at it again, but just playing the pictures again.
Yeah.
I mean, you were on the.
Yeah, I was on the port side of the boat. So when the boat came down, right there,
you were on that side.
Yeah, I was on that side, and because the boat had quite a big hole in it, we'd experienced a capsize in the 75 before, and this one was dramatically different straight away because the boat was sinking.
Was it frightening?
Yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking. I'm thankful for Cooper and Sicho and the teammates that were around me because they certainly helped get me out of the situation as quick as I could.
You're clipped in, aren't you?
Yes.
So talk us through just that initial feeling when you realised the boat was going over, and as it did, how were you feeling?
Well, Dino said straight away, I'm losing the rudder, and that was kind of that was my cue to hit the ejection seat. And when I missed it on my first clip, on my first go at it, I went for my knife, and the whole thing kind of happened pretty quickly. And as your instincts kick in, the mistake that certainly I made at the time was not to go straight for the air, which is what Kobe had, our safety divers have taught us.
You have to be quick in this instance, though, don't you?
Yeah, and we'd done a lot of training. We'd spent a lot of time in the pool. We'd spent a lot of time just in the water, and the temperatures underneath the chase boats getting dragged around, and so you were prepared for this. But
how much of a problem was that hole in the boat? I mean, I was saying, oh, this is the end of them, and a lot of the other people with more experience said, no, they'll fix this up. But
yeah.
it must have had been a factor in how you sailed it afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, the size of the hole is about the size of this desk. And so to kind of paint the picture, I mean, the initial hole was probably 1 meter by 1 meter. And then, once you start digging into it, it gets, you realize where all the water ingress is taking place. And, we were fortunate to have the help of Team New Zealand and their boat building squad to take on building the flat panel for us. They were very well set up for it, and they just took it on. And then our shore team took on the internal structure of the boat and really the rebuild of the boat. I mean, the thing that is truly impressive about the work that the team did, that the entire inside of Patriot had to come out and get redone. And that was something that took 4 weeks in the original construction. They did it in 11 days.
Up until that point, did you think you had an America's Cup winning boat?
Yes.
Did you get it back up to that level, and was there other factors associated, or the boat just never came back the same?
The boat came back the same, but the thing that you don't get an appreciation for, and I was a bit glass half full when the whole thing happened of how we were going to be able to come back, because we had done pretty good work as a team to gain days ahead of our competitors of time on the water, and so in retrospect, what you realize is all those days were great, and they kept us in a good spot. We had a good showing at the World Series event in December, and our round robin wasn't particularly all that great, but
I feel like you're leaving too early. I feel like this regatta is over for you before it started. I mean, have there been enough races for you? What's your general thought about the way the regatta's set up?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'd love to be keep racing. I think if you ask, it's a tricky question because the boats are hard to maintain, they're hard to race, they're very complex, and so you do need the time. The way our schedule was set up, it felt about right. Obviously,
But you need more. You need to be more challenges for you to have more races.
Yeah, it would be great to have more challengers. Obviously, this is the entry fee into this. Not the actual entry fee, but the running costs of these programs are quite expensive, and so you'd love to have more competitors. But what you see there and the technology there is quite expensive.
So we priced it out. Maybe there should be a different America's Cup next time. Do you think?
That's not for me to decide. We didn't win.
What about Dean Barker? Obviously, we still have the biggest soft spot for him, even though he was in your team. Yeah. How's he doing? What's his future, and sort of what's his legacy?
Well, Dino's a great sailor. We've had some we've had some incredible racing with each other and against each other. And, the work that he did, particularly here inside of American Magic, when you see what was on display, I think all the way through this program, it's a great representation of his sailing skills. I mean,
he takes it hard, though. Dean takes this sort of stuff hard.
Oh, we all right?
Yeah, we all take it hard.
Yeah.
I mean, we all take it hard, but we're a team. And so the beauty of the team is that we're there to support each other.
Stick together.
I've heard word that, and there are some people pushing towards, going away from the expensive technology or these foiling boats like this, going back to, boats where the most exciting part is will the spinnaker rip when it goes up. Is there any truth to those rumours?
Well, I think that's a question for the Defender and this Defender and the next one, whoever that may be. I mean, it's really hard to. You have to define what you want the event to be.
What would you like to see?
Again, I can't.
You didn't win.
I can't even go there because we didn't win. So I think I wasn't 100% certain this was going to be a great boat.
Yes. Is this too specialist? Is it too difficult?
No. I mean, each time we go racing, regardless of the boat, it's always difficult. So is this difficult? Well, yeah, it's hard, but that's part of the challenge, and that's the coolest thing about it is that it is hard.
Yes.
And when you see these guys out there and you see us out there racing the boats and you see actually what happened to us, I mean, that just is a demonstration of how hard it actually is.
Now, you've got a bit of a tough decision to make. You've got kids back in
Maryland.
Yep, Maryland. And you've got a COVID-free country here that you're living in right now. You can overstay, that's fine. We'll talk to the immigration officials. What's your plan?
Our plan is to, we're going to spend the next couple of weeks kind of debriefing our program and, really trying to gain insight into things that we did well and things that we didn't do well.
It could take months. Could take months to do this.
Yeah, it could. It could. And so I think we owe it to our principals and to the people that have supported us to make sure we do a proper internal review of how we got to where we got to, and then it's a little bit wait and see who wins the regatta, see what their vision is, and try
Must be Team New Zealand for the win.
I'm not that bold to call it yet.
It's great fishing in the Hauraki Gulf. Just take
it is
the boat
great
out for the
fishing.
next month fishing.
Well, I've spent a lot of time over the last 20 years in New Zealand, and so it is a beautiful spot.
At the back of the noise is quite good.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. All the very best. And,
cheers. Thank you.
Commiseration, but also best wishes as well.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Come again. American Magic skipper Terry Hutchinson. Appreciate your time, as always. 7:30 News is coming up next.